Let's talk about a topic that I love to revisit: billionaires and bunkers. Now, I'm not a historian or an archaeologist, but I do know a little something about billionaires and their bunkers. And one thing is for certain: they love to make headlines around other things to distract from the building of their bunkers. And I think a perfect example of that is Kim Kardashian's all black Balenciaga Met Gala look. This was an interesting Met Gala because it was rescheduled due to COVID, so it happened in September instead of May. Now, previous to this, we had only seen Kim wearing very revealing looks. So her stepping out onto this white carpet and having a look that covers her entire body and face is interesting. So that's going to be the thing people talk about. But you know what else happened that same week? And you probably didn't even hear about it, is Kim Kardashian's neighbors were suing her over the size of her underground vault bunker. And the headlines everyone saw were the ones about Kim Kardashian wearing this all black Balenciaga look, and not about her neighbors suing her over her underground bunker. You would think that that would be the focus of a lot of headlines or gossip blogs even, but no, everyone was talking about her face being covered up at the Met Gala. I mean, comment and let me know, did you hear about both of these headlines or only about this look on the Met Gala red carpet or white carpet? And it's not a stretch to think that the Trumps might be following in the Kardashians' PR playbook, right? And the entire East Wing is now gone. And I do think that would be a place to put a bunker. I mean, the size of it is huge. There's no reason to have a ballroom for the White House that is paid for by other people when this is the United States people's house. This is our home. He didn't ask for permission. He's not even going to ask for forgiveness. And that also is part of the Kardashian playbook. Now, I will say there were a lot of people hooting and hollering about public property being damaged in protests who are not saying anything about this. You know, that I'm just making an observation there. And I think that it's very interesting and timely that there are a lot of things happening all at once at the same time to distract us from this. People are saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I promise you, this is not a basketball court. This is the demolition of the White House. Like, hello. And if we look back at Curtis Yarvin's plans for America, it was a leveling of government in every way, shape, or form. We also talked about this being part of Project 2025. And again, I will remind you about this picture of Kim Kardashian, Van Jones, smooth as a doll Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump, and Leonard Leo, who is the dark money billionaire behind the Heritage Foundation and bribes to our Supreme Court. And I have told you guys, it's not Democrats and Republicans in the government right now. It's technocrats and evangelical Christians. And that's pretty much it. We have doomsday preppers and the technocrats who want to mow everything over. So of course, they're all going to think, let's go into a bunker. And they're not sending their best and brightest underground. And how long can they survive underground without people to help them? We've talked about the books and all of the other things about the bunker mentality. I'll put the links in the caption or whatever, but like they are thinking they are going to be able to go underground without any loyalty from their staff, that they are going to replace people with AI, and AI is going to be able to do medical procedures, help them with any kind of, I don't know, growing things or making things underground. They think that they're going to be able to replace people and staff with robots, but the AI bubble is about to burst and they are not able to train the AI fast enough for everything that they are destroying to catch up with it. So they really don't have a chance. And part of the reason they're building the bunkers is because they are afraid of us. Let us remember that, okay? And I do find it interesting that after months of some pushback on Kim Kardashian, finally, where people are kind of waking up to her constant sales tactics and the whole family, pushing products on everyone all the time. And they're seeing that Kim Kardashian is herself the product, right? She's being used to prop up and fluff up the image of these absolute monsters who are wreaking chaos across the globe right now. And she helped get us here. She helped normalize these people by her friendship with Ivanka and going to the White House and her trying to be a lawyer. All of these things kind of work in her favor. And we can even see now things like a major push from the Kardashian family with them trying to rehab their image, like the Call Her Daddy interview and King Kylie coming back. All of these things that they're trying to push nostalgia, because if anything, the Kardashians are nostalgic. But we know that they themselves have bunkers. They themselves think of themselves as the billionaire class, and they plan to go underground with no loyalty to anyone. They don't have any loyalty to staff. They've been sued by staff. I think pretty much all of them have. And so they think they are part of this group, and they also are going to go underground and reemerge with just a world full of billionaires. But let's remember why they have the bunkers. They are scared of us and us saying we are not going to do this anymore with you. And if we defund them, if we stop spending money with them, they will be able to not go underground because they won't be able to afford it. And if we don't have loyalty to them, then they can't take people underground with them to do their actual slave labor, which is what I think they're kind of planning on doing. And I've read books about it where actual billionaires have been interviewed about it. So I think that that's kind of the thing. I mean, Kim cozying up to the billionaire bunker class is not anything new, but we also should point it out, right? Like, they all have their brains totally rotted. They think they're going to live forever, and they think they're all going to be able to go underground and circumvent their consequences from the peasants, which is all of us. It's truly fascinating and dumb.